When it comes right down to it, we all want to know just one thing. How does everything affect me? Right now, that everything is all about technology and how it's impacting our world. And it leads us to ask, what does the future hold?
Charles Araujo's love of technology started with a Commodore 64 and a screwdriver, which I'm sure will resonate with many of us here. Many years later, his experiences working in IT have culminated in his manifesto, which is called The Quantum Age of IT. An internationally recognized authority on IT leadership and future of IT, he describes himself as a recovering consultant and an accidental author.
When my book came out, this interesting thing started happening. I started getting invitations to speak all over the world, and people started calling me a futurist. I don't know what the future. How do I give someone an answer to a question that I don't know the answer to? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the proud owner of a crystal ball. And I was so excited when I got this because I thought, finally, I can give people the answer to what the future was going to hold. And when I gaze into my crystal ball, all I see is our world turned upside down.
That question, what does the future hold, may never have been more important. We're in a unique time in history. We are coming to the end of the industrial era, and that's not just a phrase. It really represents everything that we understand about how the world works.
The core of our institutions, our government, our higher educational, and our corporate institutions have remained ensconced in the industrial age. The artifices of how they operate have literally not changed in 150 years. We are still these monolithic organizations that are hierarchical in nature, decision-making from the top down. That is how things have remained, despite all the technology that has been happening around the edges. The core of our institutions have remained almost entirely unchanged until now. The reason is that organizations are realizing that they can't compete if they don't start changing how they fundamentally work.
For most people, that's going to be a scary proposition, and you want to know, what should you be doing about it?
And so the question is, how can you prepare yourself to operate successfully, to remain relevant in that kind of an environment?
To answer that question, you need two things. You need to know what's happening, and you need to know how it's going to impact you.
So regardless of your position in the organization, my very first call to action for you is you need to see yourself as a leader. Right? This idea that we're calling of digital leadership is this idea that no matter where you are, that what we are going to need in the future are leaders at every single level of the organization.
My mission is to help people understand these two things and then help them figure out their own personal path forward. It's a time of great change, but in that great change is great opportunity. I'm excited about helping people understand what's going on so that they can make sense of it in the context of their own lives. There is so much to be excited about in this future, and I want to help people seize this moment to get inspired by the possibilities and to realize their full potential.
I believe that this future is upon us. Whether you know it or not, you have been digitally disrupted. Everything we know is changing. You, my little elephants, have been freed from your post. You must embrace this future. You must seize control of your own destiny. And then ask yourself this one simple question. What am I going to do next?